Dr. Julian Kupsa, the girl who survived a plane crash in the Amazon. Julian Kupsi's story is one of the most astonishing survival tales in history. At just 17 years old, she was the sole survivor of Galanza Flight 5018, which disintegrated mid-air over the Peruvian Amazon on Christmas Eve 1971 TAS. After falling at 10,000 feet, 3,000 meters, strapped to her seat, she endured oxygen 11 days alone in the jungle, battling injuries, starvation, and deadly wildlife before finally being rescued. Here's the full, gripping account of her ordeal. Early life, a jungle childhood. Juliane Margaret Bite Kupka was born on October 10, 1954, in Lima, Peru, to German zoologists Maria and Hans Wilhelm Kupka. Her parents were renowned scientists who studied Amazonian wildlife, and when Juliane was roughly 14, they moved to the Panguana Biological Research Station, deep in the rainforest. Growing up, Juliane learned jungle survival skills from her father, how to navigate rivers, identify dangerous animals, and treat wounds. These lessons would later save her life. In December 1971, she graduated from high school in Lima and planned to return to Panguana with her mother for Christmas. The fateful flight, Lanza 508, disaster. On a Korean. December 24, 1971, Juliane and her mother boarded Lanza Flight 508, a Lockheed Electra turboprop bound for Pucallpa. The airline had a poor safety record, and her father had warned against flying with them, but all other flights were fully booked. The crash. About 30 minutes before landing, the plane flew into a violent thunderstorm. Lightning struck the fuel tank, causing an explosion that tore the aircraft apart at 21,000 feet. Juliane, still strapped to her seat, was sucked out of the disintegrating plane and plunged toward the jungle below. She later recalled seeing the tree canopy like broccoli as she spiraled downward before losing consciousness. Miraculously, she survived the fall, likely due to her seat acting like a parachute, slowing her descent. Thick jungle foliage cushioning the impact. An updraft from the storm reducing her speed. 11 days in the Amazon, a fight for survival. When Juliane awoke, she was alone, injured, and surrounded by wreckage. The correspondent requires her injuries and immediate actions. Broken collarbone, deep gashes, and a swollen eye from rapid decompression.